That these are the ordinances of God. These are the legal documents documented by God Himself given to Moses. But this time around, reverse is the case. We are not, the uncles are not, or the elders are not following the legal document that God gave to Moses in such kind of scenario. So let's find out. So I'm reading from Numbers 27. It said, the daughters of Zelophehad, son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, belongs to the clan of Manasseh, son of Joseph. The names of the daughters were 1. Malia, 2. Noah, 3. Hogla, 4. Mecca, and 5. Tiza. This man had 5 children, but he didn't have a male child. So let's find out, who did they allocated all his assets to? Is it to his daughters or to his brother, that is, let me say, uncle that inherited it? Let's find out. So they approached the entrance of the tent of meeting and stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, and the leaders and the whole assembly, and said, our father died in the desert. He was not among Korah's followers who banded together against the Lord, meaning that their father was a good man or not. Let's find out. He said, but he died for his own sin and left no sons, meaning that the man committed one sin. I don't know. We will find out maybe in Exodus. So he died without leaving any son. So let's hear what the daughter said. He said, why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he has no son? So meaning that when a man died and his properties, his assets, his landed property, everything is not given to his male children, whereby the man does not have a male child, they have cleansed the man's name from the surface of the earth. Our elders actually doing these things? Are they following the word of God, or they are following their selfish interests or their greed? Let's find out more. He said, give us properties among our father's relatives. So Moses brought this case before the Lord. Moses brought this case before the Lord. Do our elders, these present days elders, or the one before, are they bringing this case before the Lord? Or they have planned ahead of maybe one of their rich brothers that has so much money. These days, some rich men died out of sickness that they did not predict for. So if you are very rich, if you are making it, be very prayerful. Because one of your brother, maybe the one you love so much or the one you don't love so much, will be aiming your property. They will be aiming your asset. You will even be alive. They have shared your property and you will not know. But in your heart, you love them. You take them as your own. And especially those ones that you will send them to school, they will not go. You will open shop for them. The business, after 1 year, they'll tell you that the business, there's no money, the business is not working fine, everything is gone. Or you buy them a car and ask them to be using it as a cab and to be making returns to take care of themselves. They will even pay you for the capital that you used in buying the car. In some cases, you will even ask them to pay for the capital and take the car for themselves. No, they will give you one excuse or the other. Some, they will tell them, I just give you the car. Whatever you get out of it, whatever net profit or gross profit, just use it to take care of yourself and your family. You will see that one story or the other, they will give you one story that today Agbero on the road or something happened, they are not making good use done. Those people, if you have those people in your family, you need to be very prayerful. You need to run close to God, because You don't know who is advising them, and you don't know where they are going to. And they will do this thing that your wife or your children you leave behind will suffer very well. And they don't care because they have sold their soul to the devil because of your property. A lot of rich men are dying these days. A lot of rich men are dying because they are the breadwinner. Especially if you are the breadwinner, you need to run close to God. Let God protect you, because these days your asset is being aimed by some family member who are not supposed to inherit your property. There are some, if you have a male child, when the person pass out, the male child, some people, if they are, if they have any projects that they are doing, they always involve the brothers, their family members, or maybe they will say, okay, you handle this project, I'm far off. I don't have time to be looking after the project. You be the foreman. then employ workers to be doing it. You giving them that opportunity, you have given them that building, that project without you knowing it. Because in their hearts, they have automatically taken that this is their own or it is their own. After they finish executing that project, you find out that the brother might just go after a brief illness. So if you are handling any of your assets, your property, your project to any of your family member, you need to be very careful. Because these days, the Bible said the heart is deceitful. I'm not saying that there are not family members that are not good. Some of them are very good. Some of them, they will help you to execute that project and they will give you your document and everything without even asking you anything in return. It is left for you to bless them for being sincere. But some these days, the Bible said in the end, and in the end, evil shall increase. It's like it's not happening now before our eyes. And I pray that the Spirit of the Lord will overcome that evil so that people will not be losing their life because they are breadwinners. Because it's becoming too much and we need to be very prayerful because these days you don't know who is who. So let me read again what God asked Moses to do. He said to Moses, say to the Israelites, if a man dies and leave no son, turn his inheritance over to his daughter. If he has no daughter, give his inheritance to his brothers. If when the man has no children, that is when the brother will be coming forth. He said, if he dies, give and leave no son, give the inheritance to his daughter. But these days, son will be alive, daughter will be alive, uncle will be fighting for property. And they will even be going diabolical and bragging about it, which is very bad. That is not the will of God. I know some people will not like what I'm saying, but this is what God laid down for we to follow. When we are not following what God said, we are going against the will of God. And there's no way you will not forcefully take what does not belong to you and you enjoy it. God will not permit it because you are going against God, and your God will see it as disobedience and as wickedness. And when God sees your actions as wickedness, he will treat you like the way he treated the sons of Judah. The Bible says when the sons of Judah were doing what is not right before God, God killed them himself. Do not allow God to kill you on earth and throw you in hell because he has the power to do it. We should be very, very careful of our actions because there is hell, there is heaven. Whatever you do on earth here, heaven is waiting for you. So whatever you are doing and it doesn't please God, meaning that you are making God your enemy. And when God comes against you as his enemy, how will it be for you? Let's hear again what God actually said. He said, if he has no daughter, give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brother, give his inheritance to his father's brother. To his father's brother. But this time around, father brother will be dragging. Oh my God, will be dragging property as if it is their own, as if it is their right. Well, right is not their right when the children of the man is alive. The Bible said a good man leaves inheritance for his children. When a man dies and he has children and the father brother is now dragging the properties with his children, the children will be seeing their father as a bad man, not a good man. Whereas the Bible said a good man leaves his inheritance for his children. And you know, most people they don't write will, especially in Africa. It is in Europe here they will lay down, they will be alive, they will write their will. But I thank God it's coming now. People are learning to do it now because of what is happening. But some people have not gotten to that stage yet to write their will or to say, this my property, my brothers, my sister, when anything is happening, it's not for you. We could remember the one of this girl that was trending before, Ifunanya. The man was alive and they are sharing his property. The man was alive and the family, they were fighting for his property. They even want to buy the man, if not that the daughter came. And now they are kind of changing the story. Why is it that people that didn't work for something are the one that always fighting for what they did not work for? Why? Why is it so? You didn't work for it. Your brother have children. Why not allow his children to see their father as a good man? Some say they even go as far as tying the late brother's spirit so that he will not come and find them for them to give their children the properties. And they will leave the children destitute. You will see you see that's why they said the rich also cry. You will see some children, they were up before, but all of a sudden they are plummeted down all of a sudden because of their father is no more or their parents are no more. When you go and do investigation, it is one of the relative. Why is it like that? It's becoming too rampant. That is why when God is blessing you, when you are going to the top, don't forget God. Because as you are going to the top, there are people calculating your assets. Especially when your father does not have male children, even though they have male children. I've seen somebody that because the man have the children are doing well, has property. The father of the brother buy the brother. Then he was fighting with the children, saying that the property belongs to him. And in some rare cases, some of them, the children will not know what happened to their father. Then they will be trusting their uncle, taking their uncle as their father since their parents are no longer alive. They will not know that he is the chief orchestrator of their predicament. So in a situation where you have do away with God, how will God save you in that situation? That is why you need to be very close to God. You need to be very prayerful and pray for the salvation of your family members so that the devil cannot use them against you. Because the devil can use anybody. The Bible says the devil is roaming about or rolling about looking for who to devour. Don't allow him to run into your family and come and devour what God has blessed you people with. Let me finish it. He said, if his father has no brothers, give his inheritance to the nearest relative in his clan, that he may possess it. This is to be a legal requirement for the Israelites as the Lord commanded Moses. That is what the Lord has commanded. But this time around, uncles are going against the law of the Lord. And I don't know, is it that it's our elders that put this law that when a man dies, if he doesn't have a male child, the property belongs to the brother? Or it is when the man have no children that they will even be remembering the brother? Is it how our elders did it, or there was some corruption in it, or they don't want to follow the law that God has put, the legal requirement God has commanded Moses? Is it that we don't follow the legal requirement of God, the commandment of God, and we are calling God? When you are not following God's instruction and you are calling him, what do you expect God to do? To be happy with you? That's why some people, when they even collected the house, they don't live in it. because the judgment of the Lord will definitely come against them. Because the Bible said, do not move an ancient boundary. When you move, you leave your own boundary, you encroach in your brother's boundary by taking his life to collect what belongs to him. The anger of the Lord will arise. And when he does, it will not be fair. That's why you see some people, their children are just something else. Even while here in Europe. Why? Because the sins of the forefathers. Remember, whatever you are doing, the sins of the forefathers will definitely come. So when you live a good life, it will not extend. It will. When you live a good life, it will extend to your children. But when you don't live a good life, it will still extend to your children. Imagine your children being sick and there's no money to take them to the hospital. Imagine your children being sick and you cannot do anything. And some of them, they will be saying a rare cases that cannot even be detected by medical equipment. Please, we should learn to follow the will of God and the commandment of God. Because God can even punish anybody. If He can punish King Saul for disobeying Him, how much more we? So let us know the rules and regulations of inheritance. Some of this inheritance does not belong to you, that you are saying that you are the rightful owner, that when your brother dies, the properties automatically belongs to you. Is that why you are not working? Is that why you don't want to do something for yourself? Is that why you don't want to go to school? Is that why you don't want to learn trade? Is that why you don't want to open shop? They will give you money to open business. You will say no. Why? Because your heart have already been set that this surrounded properties is your own. And because of that, you'll be looking for a sly way. You become a Judas, looking for a sly way to eliminate your brother. And useless the children will be fighting themselves. Some said there was one, that one did something that the children will not enter the compound, that it belongs to them. So please, no matter how worthy you are, be very prayerful. And this thing supposed, the worthy people now, you are supposed to run close to God more than you run, more than you chase things, fantasies, you change the things of the world. Because that your beloved brother, that your beloved cousin, that your beloved relative might be aiming things about you, might be gathering information against you, might be thinking that you are his obstacle, that by now you will have been in your mansion and you are still alive, wasting his time. Because these days, people want to be big. They want to ride Lamborghini. They want to buy those flashy cars that they cannot even buy these papers. You that can afford it, you that work for it and can afford that papers, you know how it is for you. How much more the person that did not work for it? You can imagine when he sent it to the other side, how you waste your hard-earned effort, your hard-earned money, the effort you have put to build that empire, the effort you have put to build that inheritance that they are looking at. And your children are somewhere say, Daddy, we didn't know you are like this. Whereas it was not your intention, because your life was truncated, because you didn't know that those you love did not love you. They love your assets, they love your cars, they love your buildings, they love your company. There was one one of the brother that he took over his company, and the wife and the children were suffering. But I know before a company can be taken, it takes time. But When the devil is at work, they can go to any lengths. When the devil wants to use somebody, they can go to any lengths. When the devil was using Judas, the Pharisees, they couldn't get Jesus. So it was Judas that went to go and meet them and told them, this thing you people are doing, you can't get him. It is me, his cousin, not me. I call myself with the blood of Jesus. It is him, his cousin, that could get him. And he was one that sold Jesus over to them. Why? Because they have given him 30 pieces of silver coins. If somebody can betray the King of Kings for 30 pieces of silver, how much more when they give that person 30 pieces of gold? You know how much is the worth of gold this time around? When they give somebody 30 pieces of gold, or let me say 30 pieces of diamond over your life, you know the length the person will go. Jesus was always praying to God to deliver him from this evil, praying to God to take away this cup from him. How much more you that felt that with your money, nothing can happen to you? There are some people, their house, you can't even break the code. You can't even break the code to enter inside the building. You can't break it and you cannot access it until the rightful person gives it to you. But what about your chef? What about your cleaners? What about your cook? They have your code. They can pay them. There was somebody I knew. He was one top somebody working in university. So they were having some clashes with some colleague. So he was kind of scaring his maybe personal secretary, this and that. But somebody told her, no, don't do it. Those people working for you, treat them well because they can easily use them against you. So learn to treat the people around you good and be prayerful so that they cannot use them against you. It was somebody close to Jesus that betrayed Jesus. The devil wanted to take the inheritance of Jesus. He wanted to take the place of Jesus. If the devil can fight over the inheritance of Jesus, how much more we? The devil can enter anybody to fight over your inheritance. Then your children will be saved. I've said it before, that a good man leave inheritance for his children. When you die and your children did not inherit their inheritance, your property, your assets, the children will cry. They will see you as a bad father, whereas it wasn't your fault. That's why you need to be very prayerful. When you count your blessings, you have houses in London, you have houses in Europe, you have houses in America, you have houses in Dubai. Be very prayerful. And be very careful who you ask to give you food. If you can cook for yourself, this is the time you do it. Learn to cook for yourself. You see this thing that our African parents did. They taught only women how to cook. They didn't teach the men how to cook. This is the cause of their predicament because some men have eaten poison. Why? Because some of them, they don't know how to cook. They will say, bring food cook for me. They have cook. You don't know what to cook, have put for you. We know you are the king in your kingdom, in your house. We know that you are the Odogu. But at times, be very careful. Life has no duplicate. We should learn to follow the laws of the Lord. I pray that when people are seeing a family that doesn't have male children, they should know that that property you are aiming is not for you, according to the law of the Lord. It's in the Bible here. The Bible said it, that when a man dies, he has no son. The properties belongs to the daughters. So don't say, okay, they are guests. What did they know? The brother will be claiming the property. It is not yours, according to the law and the legal. The Bible said, This is to be the legal requirement for the Israelites, as the Lord commanded Moses. As the Lord commanded Moses, not as the elders. So the elders have planned it or have commanded, as the Lord. Whatever you are doing, fear God, put God first, and you will be blessed. Thank you so much, and remain Selena Joseph. If you are poised about this message, or you have one uncle, one auntie, aunties are not involved, or some aunties that support their uncle doing this kind of art, talk to them, show them this verse, Numbers 27, 1 to 11, so that whatever they did will not be extended to their children, so that the anger of the Lord will not come against their household. You know, when there was a king, whether Ahimelech, yes, Ahimelech thought that Sarah was not married, and he collected Sarah, and God said, you are better off dead by collecting somebody's property. Sarah belongs to Abraham, but he took it. The Bible said God brought diseases, dreaded diseases in the household. Everybody in that house collected. Why? Because there was somebody's property that was not his own, even though he was a king. That property, that person there that did not belong to him was in his home, collected it without the commandment of God, without the permission of God. And God came and warned him that you and your household, I'm going to deal with you. He was saying he didn't know. He said, it's because he didn't know I'm even keeping you alive. If not, you will have been dead. He said, now take Abraham's wife and return it. So whatever that is not for you, and you are holding it, thinking that it is your own right, and it's not the will of God that is your right, please return it, so that you not bring problem to your household. So that you not bring problem to your generation. Remember, God said, I will punish the sins of the parents to the fourth generation. Your generation is supposed to be blessed. Your generation is supposed to be increase in wealth, wisdom, asset, ability, grace, favor, protection, not being truncated with maybe problem, quagmires, sickness, diseases. God can punish anybody with anything. When David sinned against God, God told the prophet to go and meet him. Choose if it is famine, if it is running from your enemy for 3 months, or if it is sword. Which one do you want? David was still contemplating. He said, oh God, let me fall in your hand. Let me not fall in the hand of men. Before he can even finish his sentence, an angel have already killed 70,000 people in the land of Israel. God is merciful for us these days. In those days when Jesus have not made atonement for us, when you take what does not belong to you, you collect. Because it is we and God directs. And when God regarded your act as wickedness, he knows what to do to you. It's not now that Jesus has come and shed his blood. Whatever God wants to do to us, Jesus will see, spread his hand. Father, please forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. And God will say, oh, you Jesus, because you're my son, okay, go and show mercy. If it is before, the Bible said God is a consuming fire. When Korah, Obedi, and the other daughter sinned against Moses, God told Moses, shift aside, let me deal with these people. It was Moses that was begging, please, Lord, have mercy on them. So and God also dealt with them. Moses prayed, if what people are accusing me of is truth, and I'm not called by God, let unusual things like the earth opening up and swallowing you. God did not allow Moses to finish. That was how earthquake started. The earth opened up and swallowed them with their children, with their wife. So be careful what you do, because whatever you do, remember your wife and your children, it will surely come against them or for them. or in favor of them. If you do good, your children will inherit it. They will see you as a good father that brought blessing for them. But if you do bad, when the judgment of the Lord comes, it will still envelop your children. How will you feel that you are a hellfire? Your children will come and meet you there and they will curse you. They will tell you, Daddy, it is God. It is God that will punish you for what you did. Hey, some people are just correcting him. Please, there's no much time for me to host anybody. Some people want to join the live. I don't know if you will have anything to say, but I just pray that next time I think I'll start opening a kind of opening it for people to share their opinions. But for now, I don't have much time. I think I'll make room for that so that people will express their feeling. Because this topic, this inheritance, a lot of people are saying it. They are also experiencing it in their own place. There are some people that are suffering from this issue of inheritance, that the inheritance that belongs to them was taken away from them by their uncle, which is not supposed, especially when the man have not made children. Even when the man have made children, there is still an uncle fighting against those children, which is very bad, and this is what God is against. God left a law for us, but here uncles are not putting their own law. It is very bad. Uncles are putting their own law, removing the law of God. God set a law in the Bible and gave it to Moses. When a man dies, the inheritance belongs to his children. That is why the Bible said a good man leaves inheritance to his children. Whereby the man died and the inheritance were not given to the children will be see their father as a bad man. Whereas their father did not do that. It is uncle that's aside. And in the case where the man have no male children, oh God, some female now they are at the streets. There's a lady now crying that she is at the street with her mom. Why? Because their father died and their uncle pushed them out, saying that the property belongs to him. And the way the uncle was bragging, you will know how you're even pointing at him that, are we sure that you are not the one that cried your brother because of his property? That's why I'm saying it. Money cannot buy you salvation. When you are very wealthy, be very close to God, because you don't know who is praying for you to buy for them to come and take what belongs to you. You don't know who have counted your blessings. The Bible says, count your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise what the Lord has done. But this time around, some people are counting your building, naming them after their own children. There's a woman that even told me, he said she had one son. He said, but one of her husband brother has what's it called? Has up to 6 sons. So he was telling them that all the property that the man is buying, houses, that it belongs to his children, not you that have one son. The woman said, she replied that her son is more than 12 sons. So if one person that have one son and they are counting his property, their father property that is their father's, their uncle, the uncle is counting property that it is his children's own, how much more where that man had no male children? But the Bible said here, when a man died, the asset, the property belongs to his children. If you have no male child, it belongs to the female children. If you have no female children or male children, that is when they will not be considering uncle. Uncle, please know your place so that you will not incur the wrath of God over you. I will close here. God bless you. And please, God, follow the commandment of God, not the commandment of your heart, for the heart is deceitful. Bye-bye. I remain Selena Joseph. Goodbye.